crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's gonna grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Man, I'm here with my man with Hoop Jargon, the best in the game, man. And you know I only let selected few in my circle. And this is a real dude right here. We gonna get down with the get down.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. Shout out to the Wise Guys. And so we got a special episode for you guys today. I'm actually merging streams today. So this is my best friend, Sammy. And so you may not have seen him on this channel, but we've been doing a lot of channels on our Wise Guys channel. But we're going to do both of these together. And so we're going to give y'all a good show all the way around, man. So how that sound? That shit wrong. But introduce yourself, man, for the people who new to you, who don't know who you are on this channel.
Sammy Bill, they call me the Love Doctor. Like you said, best friends for plus 20 years. What is it? We're at 23 now.
Yeah.
15? Yeah, so 23. Dang, we old. Boys almost.
Yeah.
We old as shit.
Yeah, for real, though. In real life.
Yeah, man, we've done a lot together, living life, a lot of business, just a lot of life. So this Wise Guys thing came together organically because that's just what we are by a lot of the things that we experience together and apart. So we're just here to impart our wisdom on different subjects to any and everybody that want to listen and see what that makes. So, yeah.
There it is. Well, wisdom or sometimes lack thereof, depending on your perspective.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How's that music sound? Is that clashing?
It's a little high. I have to turn it down a little bit.
All right, let's turn it down a little bit. Let's flip it around. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna jerry rig it a little bit.
It's jamming.
I'm gonna use.
I like the selection. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Spin back around.
Let's go.
All right, so let's talk about the subject matter at hand, man. So thank y'all who are here. I see we got some early birds. Rap God in the building says first, and my guy P Rose says salute, man. Salute back, gentlemen. We got to go, man. So we're gonna talk about Brittney Griner. Now I made a video a few months ago when this first happened. And I just kind of laced out how, in this situation, man, with Brittney, she's a very unfortunate one. And I'm rooting for Brittney, man. I really am, because at the end of the day, she's a kid from Houston. She went to Nimitz High School, which was one of our rivals. Me and him actually both went to Eisenhower High School. So, you know, just off rip, I want her to do well, man. I don't want her to be in a predicament that she can't get herself out of, because that's just not something good that we want. But with that being said, we're talking about communist Russia here, man. And you know what? We're going to walk this down real slow. Opening thoughts, man, so far about what you see.
Oh, man. On the surface, huge lack of accountability from our people. The same rigmarole of making excuses for people. Like we said, we can all acknowledge that this is a very unfortunate situation. I do think that it's excessive. But at the same time, we got to keep it in perspective. Like, it's nothing if she does nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make it seem like, well, we want things to be the way we want them to be. And you and I know that that's not a surprise. But I see on my timeline, it's like, oh, y'all making jokes about Brittney Griner and y'all ain't shit for that. Or why does Brittney Griner get this and this other white girl in 2019, she got off. Why does, that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of mixed emotions with everything that goes on with us. And I just, I want to talk about it with you.
Yeah, and so what I see a lot is, I'm not going to call it false equivalency. It's spatial equivalency, meaning I see a lot of people are in rapture because Brittney Griner is a very popular basketball player, and we all can understand that. But when they try to make these equivalencies, like, well, if it was LeBron James, she wouldn't be in this situation if he was X, Y, and Z. And I want to take it a step further. I'm going to say this. Before I even go there, let me provide some context.
Right.
So it's a gentleman named Mark Fogel, who actually is detained in Russia right now for 14 years for medicinal marijuana. Mm-hmm. So he went there and had medicinal, doctor prescribed marijuana, and he's in jail for 14 years. So for the camp to say that if Brittney Griner was a man that she wouldn't be detained, That's not so. And he just got arrested last year. So this is not like a old case. This is a new case, relatively new case, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just funny that people who they emote first and they don't actually look up actual information, and you end up putting your foot in your mouth because you're not informed about what really happens, in situations like this. And we got to remember, we're talking about a communist country. And I know that, like you led in with, we tend to want the best reality based on what we want, but we don't necessarily deal in reality. And when we deal in reality, we understand that, listen, man, Vladimir Putin don't answer to Joe Biden, Joe Blow, Joe Lewis, whomever, Superman. He don't answer to none of those dudes, right? Mm-hmm. So Brittany is caught in the situation. Now, some people saying she's a political prisoner, and, I guess you can make that case when they, talk about an exchange and what have you. But again, Russia has been doing this for people already, right? There's another guy who's been in jail for. It's a woman actually who had a domestic violence case. We're gonna talk about this because Brittany is no stranger to that as well. She's been in jail for a long time as well. And I forget the lady's name, but this isn't nothing new. This is anything new. Let me get to the comments. Memphis 10 said, man, can you imagine if Liv Cambage instead of Brittany Griner, the media would still want USA Go to do something instead of a home? Exactly, because Liz Cambage played over here, right? And she has stake in American interests. So yeah, people would do the same thing because it doesn't matter the person. It's the message that they're trying to push. That's what matters, the message, not the person. So these people don't give a damn. All right, let's see. Sir Tyson, $10, man. Hold on, man. You know that's gonna give you. Come on. But yeah, baby. Caught me off guard. You came in strong and early, man. That dollar bill.
Yeah.
Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Appreciate that, Tyson.
Hey, hold on. What the hell? Why we ain't got that option on our shit?
Well, our other channel not monetized yet, so ain't no need for that.
Yeah.
And we'll drop the link to our other channel on there. So, man, yeah, so certain types of reasons, no, it's false equivalency, not emotions. People are whining, don't think critically at all. Griner is being used as a pawn, but she allowed herself to be. Some folks whining don't watch the NBA. Well, I'll meet you halfway on that, Tice. I think, again, I said it's not false equivalency, but I was talking about how it was with the LeBron James thing, but I think it's just, you're just not being informed to not know that Mr. Fogel got arrested for damn near the same exact thing, right? For a much more noble reason, for medicinal marijuana. And looking at the brother, he looked a little sickly. So, I mean, I'm not trying to, cast aspersions on his situation, but he looked like he may have cancer or something to that effect. I don't know. What do you think?
He doesn't look well. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And he's happy, and he looks sickly.
He looks sickly, so I would venture to say that's probably for his own, his curing of whatever he has. But again, I'm speculating. I don't want to make that to be absolute truth. But I appreciate that, Tice. But you're right, though. I mean, it's false equivalency on the underbelly, and by that I mean, with people saying that, okay, well, it's because she's black and she's queer. Everybody start throwing all the qualifiers together to be a victim, right? But no, that's not the case. A guy like that who does not check those boxes is not in that situation. So, I mean, in a similar situation, or actually a worse situation. So you can't do that. And to your last point about how people don't even watch the NBA, of course, it's all about you using that to be a prop for your agenda. It's not that you give a damn about Brittany. You don't give a damn about Brittany. You care about the optics. You care about the optics. And that's, I'm sorry, man. I can't rock with that. Go ahead, man. And then we're going to get to our next super chat.
Yeah, no, I agree. And people don't watch the WNBA. I mean, we know that. Yeah, that's why they don't get paid the same as NBA players. That's why we're not as aware. They're not on the radar like, you know what I'm saying, like Steph and them and LeBron and them are. But we know who Brittney Griner is. And like he was speaking about earlier, she went to middle school with Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I knew about it.
Just a younger sister for the guys who don't know, who listening.
Right, I'm talking like they know. Yeah. But yeah, so we know her, and for us from here, it's like we do have a different attachment to her, but at the same time, just being objective, is like, what do you expect? You have to be realistic when you're talking about a world view. We're not talking about the United States. We're talking about the world, and outside of the United States, the United States don't matter. Like what they do, where they are, is what happens. So we can say what we want. We can write as many tweets, Instagram posts, and letters, and all that stuff. It's gonna fall on deaf ears until we give them what they want. And
Definitely.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So as far as the equivalency thing, I did see a lot of those. I bet if it was LeBron James, they would go and, you know what I'm saying, and go get him. I don't know. I don't think so. LeBron James is a lot bigger than her. Has a lot more global power, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
He does. He has interest in China, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
LeBron
So
James, it's a different scenario all the way around.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't. It's not apples to apples, and so he may get out, but it's because of who he is, and they not the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like the and another thing that I keep saying is it's because she's black and a lesbian.
That's what I said. Yeah, I said that earlier. Yeah. No. What does that mean about anything?
Especially when they got a white man in jail for the same exact thing for more time. That's what gets me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that people they wanna make it a race thing, but he's a white man. A white man. It ain't a white woman, it's a white man. These are the people that run the world. And he's in jail over there for the same exact thing with more time. So we can't make it that. It's not that. You know, so I think that we have to bring it back to what it actually is. And our people generally just don't want to deal with reality because that's where shit gets real. And when shit get real, you really have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't like to deal with things head on. We like to deal with it when it's with somebody else. Like, oh, this is messed up. If that was me or if that was my people, no, you wouldn't do shit. That you gonna do exactly what you're doing right now. And it's always shown that. So I know that's out to the side, but yeah.
Well, no, this conversation will take you there. It'll take you there because it gets really ridiculous. And these are grown-ups, you know, who speak on this. And no offense to anybody if you don't share our views. Right. But I'm sorry, I got to call it what it is. So that's what I'm saying. This is going to be an honest stream. And so, yeah, man, shout out to Q Chambers, man, with the $2 super chat. You know, we got to bring dollar bill back. You know, super chats get priority over here, man. So if you didn't super chat, you know, I love your commentary, but I'll get to it if I can get to it. And Ann Learn double down with 10 more, man. Says, what's good, Hoop Jargon, and everybody else in the chat and the panel. Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Hey, we need to get monetized. What the hell?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the whole game. We want to get monetized. Oh, no, I got another one. I got a tweet. Now, see, I'm on Twitch now, and my little cousin, Mike Nasty, he showed up with those little things. I don't know what they call yet, but I'm learning the game. So, man, shout out to Mike Nasty, my little cousin. Y'all, if y'all on Twitch, y'all go subscribe to him, man. He does a damn good video game channel. So y'all sell it to my little cousin.
That's the one.
That's Michael, yeah.
What up, boy?
Yeah, man, Mike in the building. Yeah. All right. So now again, us being honest about this conversation, I'm about to get real with this. If Brittney Griner was a man, so since we opened the portal for that to be said, people said that's LeBron James. Actually, if Brittney Griner was a man, I want to make the case that you wouldn't even want it back. And everybody say, what do you mean? The same Brittney Griner who is convicted of the domestic violence, right? So I know it ain't the same thing with the woman, right? But this is woman violence, which is actually pretty high in that spectrum. But we're gonna keep the subject about what the subject is. So in 2015, she got jammed up with a situation, and she reached a plea deal for domestic violence for her and Gloria Johnson's interactions for fighting, right? They both were suspended 7 games. This is from Bleacher Report. This is not conjecture for those who don't remember. And Brittney Griner is all of 6'8". Brittney Griner's a big girl. Like, I've met her in real life. Big ass.
You.
Yeah, I'm 6'6", and she towers over me, right? Gloria Johnson is 6'3", so they probably boosting her up a little bit. She's probably 6'2", which is close to your size.
Mm-hmm.
First off, that's not a fair fight. if we just gonna go in the land of fighting, if we're gonna be real, right? So, and guys who don't know, Gloria Johnson was Brittney Griner's first wife, who they had this situation annulled, and they had a messy breakup, man. They had twins through their IVF, I believe it's called. And what actually happened was they had a dispute about Brittney paying spousal support and child support, which she did not want to pay. And the argument was that she was basically being a deadbeat parent, So we got a deadbeat parent,
what
abuser, right? In the man's world, you scum of scum, right? You scum of all scum. And before you go, let me get this another super chat again, man. Y'all making it rain today, man. I feel like I'm in the strip club, man. I feel like I'm in the club, man. Just making it rain, man. So let's just bring dollar bill back there, man. Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Appreciate that, Ellen. Ellen said a lot of my foreign players going overseas, so they get home. Yes. And like a lot of people have alluded to, when you go overseas, you got to know the rules. You don't go over there and dictate the terms, man. And I played overseas for 2 years, so I knew. I learned real quick, man. That stuff don't fly over there, man. And I went to non-communist countries, so I can only imagine. Like in the Middle East, like you can't drink alcohol. Like drinking alcohol you can be punished the same, if not worse, for alcohol, right? So you can say all this stuff you want to about stuff not being fair, but it's their country, their terms. But go ahead, man. I don't want to go too much into that because I'll go all day on this subject.
So the domestic violence thing is news to me. It's interesting. As far as what up, Cole? These boys, they be on here.
Oh yeah, man.
Is that Will?
Yep.
What KYP mean?
Know your personnel.
Know your personnel. Yeah, that's real. So I understand that you would, that white LGBT coach made an ignorant correlation by comparing her to men instead of another woman. Yeah, I agree.
They always gonna do that.
Yeah, so I imagine you made that comparison because, well, you brought that up because that's exactly what they would do to a man. They would bring up his past to demonize him for what he's currently going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I mean, we don't need it here. We could just talk about the subject as is, but that does apply because people do that. If that was you or I, or anybody, any other man, if it's a black man, and you talking about, oh, he used to beat his wife, and he don't pay his child support, he don't, you know what I'm saying, like he a deadbeat dad and all that, and he in jail, we supposed to care about him and want to bring him back, he deserved that. That's what the sentiment would probably be, you know what I'm saying? So I think that the fact that we don't even need that, and we could just look at this head on for what it is, facts are is you went to a country where something is just not allowed, you brought it, and you got caught with it.
Mm-hmm.
What? So to do that, either you're ignorant and you didn't know, but she's been there many times. She knows. You know, it's hard to believe that she didn't know. So if she did know, we don't know if she knew, but if she did know, we have to believe that she was arrogant enough to think that she was above their rule. You know what I'm saying? Like in their law, like
entitlement.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's a problem with people in general. They feel entitled to shit that you're not entitled to. Like you can't, it's no way you can come to my house or I can come to your house and you be like, look, ain't no shoes in my house, bro. And I'll be like, fuck that, I'm wearing shoes. And you kick me out. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that just because you feel like you can do it. You can do it, but it's consequences to it. And if you never invite me to your house ever again because of that shit, that's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the consequence. Right now, like we said, we can agree because of what we know in America that 9 years is harsh. And I think somebody sent me an article saying that it's like 2 to 3 years for marijuana charge there, and that's why this is a political play and he's a political pawn and all that. But then you got to go back to the teacher that got 14 years. So I don't know.
Which one is it, man?
That's what I'm saying. You can't pick both sides, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's I get concerned about our people when these type of things come up because we make every excuse in the world. And it's not everybody. I see some people that are a lot like us. It's like,
on it, yeah, agree.
Yeah, so she doing, you know, she did it. She got to deal with it. But it's a lot of people like, it's not fair. And why for little old weed and Deshaun Watson, he did this and get to play and getting paid millions in football. I'm like, whoa.
These are grown-ups trying to make this shit make sense. These are grown-ups, man.
Bruh. I don't understand it. I'm like, Deshaun didn't even get convicted of anything. Like, he didn't even, he's presumed innocent. You know what I'm saying? And you compare that to this shit? It's just weed, man, and this and that. And then they said, I saw somebody pull up, it's a guy in Alabama or something like that serving life for weed, for a weed charge. But it's because it's his third strike.
Yeah, it's different.
Leave that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been a damn jaywalking charge if they wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to be extreme, but it's his third strike.
You're a career criminal. Just say what it is. You're a career criminal, man. And that's what happens when you put yourself in position to do that habitually. You get bad results. And that's just what it is. Shout out to DJ Ron Cut Truth in the building. I talked with him a little bit pre-show, man. Y'all check him out at 11. He's going to go do his version of the same topic with his own spin. So shout out to that brother. I want to add this too. Tice had a good comment. Tice said, for the umpteenth time, Russians do not consider themselves white. I'm saying that for those who love to bring up white supremacy. Listen, man, the concept of white and black is primarily a United States construct, and it's a social class construct. And here's why I say that. Most people consider Portuguese people white, right? When I was playing basketball in Portugal, they used to make fun of each other by calling them white boy, meaning I'm not white. That means you're dressing like a corny American is what the context was. It's like, look at this, you white boy, you white boy. So they don't consider themselves white, right? Europeans don't really do that, man. Like, we do that here because that's how they make you fit into a box easily, that you can easily understand and easily will conform to, right? So yeah, to that point, yeah, I didn't know Russians didn't consider themselves there, but it makes sense because Portuguese people don't. Mm-hmm. And they're not Hispanic. They don't consider themselves Hispanic. So
yeah,
it's slippery slope when you actually learn real world scenarios and terms, because it takes away these low-thinking, low-hanging fruit buffers or sensibilities that we try to go off of, and it just turns into, I don't want to say word salad, but like identifying salad. Like, it's all over the place. Mm-hmm. It's all over the place. Just that person's this, and the way I view it, and no, it's just based on your understanding of this country. That's why most blacks and Africans, as we see here anecdotally, we're not the same. No. We may all think that we're black, but no, they're more tribal. They think of themselves differently. And they think of American blacks as, I mean, they may rock with us in a social sense, but as it is with commerce and family, they tend to not want to deal with us like that. And I don't blame them, because they got their own way of moving. Like you said, taking shoes off at the front floor. I know somebody who respects my culture, they're going to come do that. I don't have to worry about them. Like, no, fuck that. I ain't going by your rules. Just saying.
That goes to, I'm sorry, but that goes to them actually having culture. We, with how we define our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. So, yeah.
It's all over. Man, I didn't know that Shamika Hoslaw shot her girlfriend SUV doing a domestic case. Wow. Why does nobody talk about that? Lord have mercy.
What?
Lord have mercy.
Oh shit. I went to the.
We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah.
Yo, have mercy. So white equals Anglo-Saxon, and they don't fit that. Yeah, agree. And NCCU dogs is big facts. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, so when these subjects, go ahead. I see you kind of cut out, but you can go ahead and back on your time.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So it's one of those things where we got to understand the world, the way the world operates. And if we try to inject our emotions into it, we try to inject our feelings with ignorance being the caveat, you're just saying stuff that doesn't mean anything. You're saying stuff that promotes conversations that doesn't go anywhere. And in this case, I just see so much of it with Brittney Griner. And again, unfortunately, she's taking the ultimate L with probably giving up 10 years of her freedom for this. Now, I doubt it plays out that way, me personally. But I mean, it's real though. It's real for real. And she got that look on her face like she's thinking her life over.
Yeah.
Now she's doing a photo shoot, so who knows if she's posing for that. But it's for real, man. And again, what I have to impart upon the whole overarching thing is that Russia doesn't owe the United States anything. They don't owe you explanation. They don't owe us the right to trade. They don't owe us, because something. I'm gonna go off on a small tangent.
Mm-hmm.
Most horror films in Asia, like they have this thing where they don't give a happy ending. They give you an ending that is very dark and very obscure, and that's damn near the opposite of what they do over here. We like a resolution. We like movies that kind of tie everything together. A montage like back in the day is cool. When they had a still picture, Robbie grew up to be the CEO of Microsoft. You know what I'm saying? We like it. We like resolutions because we think that life plays like the entertainment field that we were basically programmed to think as. Mm-hmm. And so in this situation, we like to put a nice little bow on it and move on to the next thing. Good old Hollywood style, right? Mm-hmm. Reality is that's not how the world works. Mm-hmm. The world does not operate how we work, and we got to step outside of our own minds in that sense and understand that in the real world, it's real results, and real results aren't pretty. Real results are not pretty. I know we think, we got to get it back. It's gonna happen. Shit, it very well may not happen. Mm-hmm. And we can't force Russian hand one iota. Just like how your kid decides that they don't want to go to school and they're going to tell you they don't want to go to school and their ass is still going to school because their opinion don't mean shit.
On that bus.
You're on the bus. Sorry, guy. Going to school, homie. Ed Learn says, I tell my former players overseas that different countries play by different own rules. Play ball, make money, come home. Hey, put that on a t-shirt and send overseas. Calvin from McDonald's grew up to be a manager. Calvin got a job. That was a great skit by Dave Chappelle, by the way.
Yeah.
She's like, you smell like fries. He's like, bitch.
What was it? Whack Arnold's or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle was so funny, man. But go ahead, man.
No, like you said, we just have to understand that things outside of us operate how they operate, and our perspective on it is how real it is to us. And it's just, I'm baffled by the perspective and the take that people have on certain situations, because it really shows where they are in life. And I can say that because I'm a person that's progressed from nothing to something, you know what I'm saying? And I've been through all the parts. I go back and look at fucking posts from 2010 and I cringe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm with my Twitter the other day. My DMs are just chicks, and I'm just like, who are you? Go ahead. Yeah. I ain't but yeah.
Yeah, so I can say that as a person of growth, you know what I'm saying? So when you, and I'm not above everybody, you know, but when you've been there, you can see where they at, and it's like, damn, that's where you at right now. You know, and they got a long way to go. And a lot of our people got a long way to go, because if we still growing here and where we are and they there, damn, you behind the 8 ball, you know? So I see that, and I feel for them, and I really try to impart, you know, what I know on certain situations, just so they can see it in a different view, maybe. But they just push back. They push back like, no, this is why it is what it is. And I'm like, I get it. I know why you saying it. And I see that's why, like, older people just kind of sit back and just let shit happen, because
you can't control dumb people, man.
Yeah, that's the first thing. One of the first things I learned in sales was 2 things you'll never be able to overcome:
ignorance and poverty.
Yep, ignorance and poverty. You can't. It don't matter what you do. You ain't gonna make them have that money. And if they don't know, they just not gonna know. Like, they ignorant. So there's nothing you can do, no matter how good of a salesman you are. It's not gonna matter. So you see that in the real world, and you like, damn, they really just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Or they really just ain't got it, and you gotta live with that. You know, so it's brought me down a lot from my want to save everybody mentality, because you know that's me.
That's you, hook, line, and sinker. Yes.
Yeah. But now I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna save the people that I can, and I'm gonna save the people that need help and don't have help, which is like foster kids and shit like that. People in the kids in the city. But that's what my focus is. Damn.
Man, you back to dead air. Sub-Zero, yeah, for real though. That's when time to go to bed with that thing.
Yeah. Hold on, let me
trying to watch some nasty movies back in the day, man. They hit you with that thing. Try to see what you can see on channel 62, man. Try to see what you can see, man. Shout out to the old cable days. Shout out to my guy Sub-Zero in the building, man. My unofficial co-host, man. You know what? I may drop the link on this. I'm gonna think about it. I gotta go to work today, so I don't know. We can go many hours, so I may keep this for short. Yeah, no, all great points, and it's very frustrating on some level because I can even catch myself sometimes trying to help people meet them where they are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, the music stopped. Not my music.
No, it's going.
There we go. Okay. Now, so yeah, somebody called me and just took the whole operation down. But no, so people they really come into these situations and they approach them like children, and they think childish principles supersede diplomacy. They represent things of just lack of knowledge and understanding of how the world works, and it's kind of like you said, it's disheartening to see. Because these are people who are your age or sometimes older. I got into it with this brother in Hoop Jargon in the group. We were talking about what was this dude arguing about? Just like general black principles and like what like protesting and what have you. And he was approaching me in a very condescending fashion. I'm like, well, I'm built for this conversation. I guess he kept trying to corner me like, oh, you don't got a solution. It's like, what's your solution? And I gave him a solution. Oh, well, and I gave him a bulleted solution of what I have. Like everything detailed out. Well, I don't agree with all that, but okay. He couldn't, because usually when you hear people, and I learned this, when you approach subject matter like this, most people don't have an end game. And when you have an end game, you can end these conversations on a high level. And I don't like to have them too many times because, like you said, it gets a little tiring. What I find is people don't have a real solution. They just emote. And I'm not a fan of that style of debate or discussion or what have you. So once I did that, it's funny how the climate of the conversation changed because I gave you an end game to what we're discussing rather than just protest with no end in sight. It's just when you feel slighted, you go out with your picket sign and you go out there and do your thing. So let me get this comment real quick. So Ed says, one of my players I was playing in Kyiv before Russia invaded, they didn't want her to leave the country. Her agent bought her a flight and she flew out the middle of the night. Nice. Yeah, because man, that's rough, man. Sir Tice says, tell the love doctor, welcome to the manosphere. What he said about helping those who want help. That's step one, man. When you unplug a little bit. Hey man, it's a rough reality, but it's one to be had, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I'm here.
Yeah, Tyson, if you're not sub, go to our Wise Guys channel, man. We do these. We've been doing it for about a year, inconsistently, but yeah, we always say we're gonna do them more consistently, but we'll see. Memphis 10 says Shamika Holster also diagnosed with bipolar and other things. To be fair, she has openly spoke about her downfalls. That's not good examples. Well, to that I say, in reality, we all got something, bro. Mm-hmm. We all got past trauma. We all got poor upbringing in some capacity. Mm-hmm. We got something that can adversely affect our actions. Reality is, when you act on things, you're accountable for your things. You do. That's just what it is, man. You can give an excuse of whatever kind of pre-existing. Well, let me think that has molded your sensibility, your situation, or whatever. But you are accountable for what you do. Meaning, so let me put it this way. That's like saying a guy who goes and breaks into people's houses to feed his hungry children because they are hungry and they probably are emaciated and all that stuff. You're gonna justify him robbing other people just because he's in a messed up state at home? No,
I had to sell that crack to my people because shit, I had to eat. That's all I could do.
There you go.
Fuck out of here.
Salute Keith Smith, man. Salute, man. On the Wise Guy side. Appreciate you, man. Seriously though, I mean, you can justify anything if you try hard enough to, in my opinion. And not to sound insensitive, I'm just being honest. Like, honestly speaking, you can make anything make sense. But at the end of the day, you don't get the. I mean, bipolar is yours. Get help. You don't get the right to shoot through somebody's car just because you're bipolar. I'm sorry. I don't live in a world where that's okay, and the law only shows that to be so. So I don't. I get what you're trying to say, but the brass tacks of it is that's just not. I mean, it is a good equivalency because that doesn't absolve you from reality just because you have some condition.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's the problem. That's the disconnect right there. It's like we can make things make sense. Damn, now you got the thing.
You know, I put it up. I'm about to go run to the restroom real quick.
Okay. I keep talking. Yeah, it's NCCU dog 98 said it's still a crime. Absolutely, no matter what their mental state is. I think what their mental, wherever they are mentally, would, I guess it says where they'll go if they go into jail or a mental institute. But it's still a crime. You don't get to walk free for that. Some people somehow they do, but we're not talking about the outliers. We're talking about in general. Like, you are accountable for what you do, and that's why it's so just America. It's so layered. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so many problems from top to bottom. I feel like people that commit murders and shit like that, I feel like they mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? So why are they in prison and not getting mental help? Or why are they not getting mental help in prison? Or why they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like these people that can commit these type of crimes are mentally ill because a regular person would not do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, nobody wants to, and I'm talking about the people that's just like cold, like, hey, looking at like, you know what I'm saying? I did what I had to do, fucking, you know, like those kind of people, not the people that were pressured and put into a corner and they had to shoot to get out.
Fight or flight, kind of,
Yeah, not those type of people. I'm talking about the people that don't give a fuck if you die right now, tomorrow. Yeah, them people, they mentally ill. So why are they in jail and not in mental hospitals? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, yeah, it's, I have a problem with that. But we have so many problems from top to bottom, so we can't say, shit. I can't tell Sammy that, you know, because him and his mama, him and me and his mama.
You use these names. Tell these people who these people are.
Oh, yeah. I can't tell my son, my oldest son, that it's okay to go to school and act the ass because me and his mom are not together anymore. And that split hurt him. Like, hey, we're going to deal with that shit. That's separate. You don't get to go act the ass because you and your, you know what I'm saying, me and her split, that we not together because life happened. Life happens. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get used to that. You need to be aware of that. Another thing, and this is kind of off to the side, but this weekend he had his championship game with a kid, against the kid that he's going to be playing with in 7th grade next year. And they won the game or whatever. He actually dropped his first 50-point game. But in the game, this kid, he's white. We live in an area called Tomball in Houston.
Shout out Jimmy Butler. That's where Jimmy Butler's from for the audience.
Yeah. So we live in that area. They go into the same middle school, which is a white school. So this white kid, he called another one of our players the N-word in the game, right? And during the game, the same game, my stepdaughter, she heard him call my son a stupid ass N-word. You know what I'm saying? My son didn't hear it, but he said that. So now, well, that's one part, like him using that word. But after the game, the guy over the league talked to his parents, and they was like, we had this incident, he did this. And the parents was like, I don't give a fuck. He can say what he want to say. And fuck you, fuck this league, and fuck everything else. And so they like, really? You know, like, so you know where it come from. But then his uncle is a coach. So he went from his dad to the uncle. And he was like, hey, we had this incident. And he was like, well, it wouldn't have happened if this didn't happen. And everybody looking like,
no accountability.
None. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm at a cross, like, my son got to go play with these people. I got to sit in the stands and root for the same team with these people, and I know how they really, really feel. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say it's layers to all this shit. Even though that happened, he can't go to school and act the ass or act any different out of his character because he experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So It's a lot. I was overwhelmed by that shit this weekend, and I know that people get overwhelmed by certain situations or just life in general, and then they act out. But your character is key, man. Who you are is gonna shine when shit get rough. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people show you every day. When you looking on your timeline, when you see people act out and they saying this and saying that, you're like, what the fuck? That's who they are. That's who they are. When shit got hot, you see who the fuck they are, and that's who they are. Be aware of who around you. I said I like to say that shit.
No, that's well encapsulated because that's the reality of how our world works. As far as the inner workings, and a lot of stuff that we think that's exclusive to the Black community is very pervasive in other communities as well. And it's just good to keep your head on swivel. It's good for you to understand what you're up against so you know what you're dealing with. And shout out to Dark Mage in the building saying, I'm late to the party, but glad you guys continue to build. Thank you. Appreciate that. And so man, we too deep on the Wise Guy side. We're 13 deep on the Hoop Jargon side. So we really appreciate y'all rocking with us because we didn't know how this would be received, but y'all liking this. So we're going to keep dropping this. I really appreciate that. The Ian Kidd podcast, y'all go subscribe to Dynamic Duo over there, man. So they said, what up, Hoop, man? What up back, bro? Appreciate you.
Good.
It's something you said before you went into the basketball thing I want to touch on. What you talking about right before the basketball reference?
I was talking about mental health and
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
The reason why, this country has made it more than known that prison is about punishment and money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about reforming criminals. And my undergrad degree happened to be in criminal justice, so I actually studied this shit. The recidivist rate, which means when people go back into society and they still offend, it's just super high because, again, it's all about punishment and money. And by that, I mean, in the prison system, it's just about you basically, here's what's funny. You're doing what you've been taught to do your whole life in school. Put your hand on your back. Get in one line. When the buzzer beat, you go to class. Come in, shut up, sit down. You've been taught to be a prisoner since a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're getting the wildest version of that style of discipline, but you've been taught as a kid to do that, right? So when we push that thing going there, there's interest, again, from a punishment standpoint, society, I don't care what people say. People in society like punishment. We just do. And we like it in a way that we see that as noble. So like when somebody does a certain offense, we're ready to, chop their head off, right? Coliseum style.
Mm-hmm.
Then with something that we feel that there's, some redemption to be had, we'll give, grace or like clemency towards the act. But in general, we like an eye for eye. We on some Hammurabi Code shit, whether we like to accept that or not.
Yeah.
Do we pick and choose people who are subjected to that type of thing? Of course. But so that's the punishment, what they call like bloodlust. Like we are that as a country. We just are. We just like to act like we're not.
Mm-hmm.
The money part is the prison industrial complex. Listen, man. When you were born, you get a birth certificate. Yes. And you get a social security number, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is basically your bond, meaning you got a life trajectory. Either you're going to make money for the state from doing positive things, mediocre things, or being a prisoner of the state. You're going to make money for the state your entire life. And that's why, like, when things happen, the state is quick to jump in and control child custody, control, money issues with, amongst a family, i.e. divorce and things of that nature, property mismanagement and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make their money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
That's why speeding tickets exist and jaywalking and other horse shit that you can get monetized, parking violations.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you do is going to constantly feed the state your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who unplug from like the education system, where you don't go get loans, you don't go to college, you don't feed that system of the state, you go out there and you fuck up, you're gonna pay in that way. You're gonna give free labor to the state, and they're gonna use your ass as well. So the prison serves a purpose. So these guys, and they bank on you fucking up and you getting right back into there and you giving free labor once again. That's why private entities own these banks as well. Like, it's money to be had off this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question in a roundabout fashion, that's why they don't care about mental health and bettering people, because it's not beneficial. It's inconsequential.
There you go.
If you catch one of those programs, because you got to have them out there so people won't just totally, catch on to what you're doing. Cool. those people get saved. But those who just refuse, and you just be a career criminal, you're still making, the state's still making money off you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to say to that comment that you had about why they're not doing that. It's because it's no reason to.
That makes sense.
Nobody's pressuring you to do that, so why? Like it's no real pressure. It's some people who are do-gooders who want to see it, but nobody's really gonna take that to task. That's just reality.
I think that's it was key what you said about we've been trained to be prisoners our whole life. Another sidebar is we've been trained to be religious our whole lives too. Like from being a kid and learning about a God like Santa Claus, and if you do well, you'll get gifts. If you don't, you're gonna get cold. Like that's right to heaven and hell. Like you do good, and you're gonna go to heaven. You do bad, you're going to hell. Like they've been teaching us that shit since we was fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So yeah, we have been trained to be prisoners. We're structured that way, and that makes sense. And like you said, when we get outside of those lines, they don't like that shit.
No,
when you get outside the margin, and
not good for business.
Yeah, it's not. I like to, I like to stay outside the margin. I don't want them to control shit. But if you want to really make some money, you're gonna have to play that game because they got the game set up. This Monopoly, but they run the game, the whole board. So you got to pick and choose your spots and be, learn from them because they showing you exactly how to win and lose. You just got to pay attention. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Learn from them. They're gonna show you exactly how to win and exactly how to lose. It's just about what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? What you're receptive to. But yeah, I can see why they don't want to rehabilitate nobody. Ain't no money in that. Ain't no money in healing the sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You're right. I get it. That makes
sense.
Bro,
this is a first of all, the United States is a corporate entity. Mm-hmm. Everything runs through these business channels. Like it's not off of morals. It's not off of humility and things that you would think are redeeming traits that people like to say. I mean, this is off of corporate entities. This is a literally, God damn it, it's all with a C. I'm losing the word. Capitalist society. It is what it is. Everything has a monetary value in some capacity that's worth mentioning. Everything. So let's bring it back to sports. There's a reason we pay sports athletes what we pay them because they serve a purpose. I was talking to my girl about this last night, that it's called the great distraction, man. That's why sports exists. Sports exists to take your mind off all the shit you probably should be focusing on every day, myself included. Like my Houston Oilers cap on with this sports channel right here. So I'm hook, line, and sinker for it as well, but I try to unplug when it's time to unplug because it is so profitable. It is so malleable because it serves a purpose. It takes your mind off things that, could be, could probably talk about mental health, things that could, have you depressed, have you in a situation where you feel downtrodden. You watch your favorite sports team do well, and it gives you those endorphin boosts, right? It makes you feel like it feels like you're a part of that, and it makes you feel happier and better. I've seen homeless dudes ask me before, like, who won the game with blah, blah, blah. Like, why does it matter? Like, you need to get yourself off streets, but they want to hear the Lakers won. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it serves a purpose even at the lowest level. No offense to the homeless folks, but I mean, it serves its purpose, man. It really does. And I've been in Dallas, man. This homeless dude, he had some dignity about himself. Older white dude, he had no teeth in his mouth, but he was always wear a blazer every day. And he would find a newspaper and just read the newspaper and he would chat about me with sports and shit like that. And I'm just like, dude, you should be worried about the Dallas Mavericks, bro. You need to be worried about getting off the street. But again, even on that level, it has its purpose to make his life feel a little less bad, in some capacity. So Memphis 10 says WNBA would continue to blame the NBA and U.S. government, but if Brittney Griner releases and comes home, the WNBA would take. They will. I mean, yeah, that's kind of low hanging fruit. Because in my, I'm gonna go ahead and go there. To me, the WNBA is full of women who have penis envy, and by penis envy, I mean this. You want the cachet that comes with being a man, but you don't want the gruffness that comes with being a man. So just because you hoop in like ESPN, ESPN 14 to play your games, you think that I told you I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm sick of that shit. But because ESPN 14 to play your games, right? You think that equates to you being on the same plane as male athletes, and moreover, it's funny you want all the adulation, but when somebody comes at you with some smoke, you do. I'm gonna say it. You do the girl thing, man, and the girl thing is be the victim. It's like, oh well, I'm just a black woman trying to make it, and blah blah. Like, no. And I give this classic example every time. Aerial Powers, man, number 23. I don't know what team she played for now, but Andre Iguodala was like, yo, number 23 got some game. This broad respond with, number 23 got a name, and you need to put some respect on it. What? It's sports, man. That's a big thing. Like, if you don't know the person's name, like, oh shit, number 6, nice. And then, and it's funny, they showed a tweet with NFL players saying about an Alabama player. And Alabama's like, man, good looking, bro. He said number 6, like he didn't know his name. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, dog, what? And y'all wonder why nobody want to watch y'all product, because y'all are entitled, going back to that word, and y'all product ain't good. I'm sorry. Hoop Jordan gonna tell you the real over here, man. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass, man. It's not a good product. Mm-hmm. It's not a good product. So to Memphis 10 point, yeah, that's the energy that the WNBA rolls in. It's like, yeah, we gonna kind of, like the person who does a group project and they don't do shit, and you get an A, and you step up, oh shit, yeah, he got A on it. Yeah, that's the WNBA. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, the best thing that they had going for them was Kobe. They had Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe was trying to pour life into that shit. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. They had Kobe going for him, and so that was a tragic loss for everybody, but definitely for them, because he's somebody that people respect in basketball, and he was really pushing for their shit, for their brand. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And now it's like they back to square one. And it's like, watch us, please, because we want to make as much money as these other guys. But y'all, I have daughters. I have, like I said, I got a stepdaughter that plays. And of course, I'm gonna go to her games, but I don't want to watch any other girl game. If I don't have somebody that's in that game, I don't want to watch another girl game. You see a bunch of power layups and
not even
and shit.
Not even power layups is slapping glass.
Right.
Not even. You ain't getting that. You gotta scale your expectation way back.
Right. And girls, you know what I'm saying? I respect the girls' game. My wife, she hoops. She's really good. Like I said, our daughter hoops, but I don't want to.
Just say it.
I
girl basketball by and large sucks. Now, are there exceptions? Absolutely. I've seen some girls go. I'm like, damn, hell yeah. I can get behind this, but by and large, it stinks, and we all know it. Nobody wants to say it. Hoop Jordan to say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I let you say it. I still got to be out there. They're going to be like, I see you on it. On Hoop Jordan page talking about girls basketball. I don't care. If Journey's not playing, y'all, I'm not fucking going. I don't care.
Show me consistently filled women's gyms of basketball, and then I'll change my opinion. Don't tell me about Connecticut and Baylor and South Carolina. Okay, I know they feel okay, cool. Let's talk about Stephen F. Austin State University. Let's talk about goddamn Prairie. Well, at one time, PV had some hoopers, but with Coopers there. But nobody still was going to games like that. Not over the men, and we suck.
The Comets. This is why we ain't got them no more. They won the shit the first 4 years?
4 years, and the team folded.
They don't even have an organization no more, and we won it the first 4 years. That shows you what. It had legends, Cheryl Swoops, you know what I'm saying, Cynthia Cooper, all them people was playing for the team, and couldn't get them out there. They couldn't get those tickets away. But go ahead, I see you got some comments.
Nah, I'm just going through them. Sometimes it doesn't go with the conversation, so I just want to highlight what people saying.
Okay.
I'll stop it when I'm gonna just redirect for.
Okay, but yeah, I think the girls' game. I was thinking about starting like a basketball league for girls in the city, and I'm like, will they even come? Like, will they even come play? Like, how do I find girl hoopers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know where to find them at. I wouldn't, but I think that should be a thing, and mainly because my wife want to play. But I'm like, where am I going to find these people? Like, I can go to the Y, I can go to Lifetime, I can go to any gym and go find guys like, hey, you want to play in this league? It costs this much, and they get a team together. It'd be nothing. But to put together a girls' league, a women's league, it's been a task to even think about the logistics of it. It's like, damn.
It's a task for the NBA. What you mean? If the NBA can't do it.
Right.
I'm just keeping it real over here, y'all. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
I'm sorry. I gotta keep it real, dog.
Yeah, no, you're right.
If people with billions of dollars of funds to allocate potentially to the potential of it can't do it, what make you think your goodwill and intention gonna do it?
It's not, and that's why I ain't did it because it's not gonna happen. But
if you gonna do it for the love, man. That's it. It's gonna be for the love.
It's the only reward we're gonna get from it.
That's it.
And it's like football. You can't do a co-ed flag. You know, it's not like co-ed flag football. You can't do that with basketball. You put women out there with men, it's gonna be a disadvantage, and it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Unless she played at a high level, you know, and still got some gold like college and above, she not even hanging with a high school player. You know what I'm saying? So
put it in context like this. Even schools like Baylor practice with dudes who not even good enough for the team, like some intramural dudes. They come in and play against the girls and give them good run. So that tell you everything you know.
Yeah,
I seen that PV. We had dudes who wasn't good enough to be on the team come and get the girls who won SWAC like many years in a row. Gave them good run. That tell you everything you know right there.
Fair enough.
That tell you everything you know right now. And like Ian Key said, man, it has not made a profit in 25 years. That's fact. So you can say, oh, it's not exposure. Like, cool, you can make whatever excuse you want to. You can close your eyes and throw a dart at the dartboard and make whatever the excuse land on, do it, no problem. The fact of the matter is, people have exertedly showed that they don't like the product, man, and it is what it is. You say power layup, yeah. So Kobe was a heavy advocate for WNBA. They found out Kobe wanted his daughter Gigi to be the face of it. Yes, and man, like to Sammy's point, if that would have went out with Kobe, that could have possibly salvaged something or reinvigorated something in the WNBA that they don't have, which is legacy. And by legacy, I mean somebody who is in the greater league comes in with a seed in a different league, and it almost would have been like some Magic and Bird shit. Because you know the NBA was a failing product until by some metric before Bird and Magic came in, and then it just took a shot way up with that rivalry, right? So Gigi could have in some way have invigorated that swell upward towards women interest, because it would be more like I'm watching Kobe, an extension of Kobe out on the floor. And that would be watchable. That would be very watchable. To say, All Day Sports Talk says, let the USA women play the Russian women for Brittney Griner, double or nothing. So if they lose, they all got to go to
Super Bowl.
I like that idea. So if the women's team lose, they all got to go to jail with Brittney.
9 years. I bet not now one of them get on that plane to go play. All that kumbaya shit they had going. I seen one they was doing like this, like they was singing and shit. Have you seen that video?
See, I only want to use that word on this channel. Yeah. It was allusion to Bone Thugs and Homie, but there was an operative word changed. I don't want to get my shit.
Oh yeah, they said Bone. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah. I showed them that. I was like, wow, this is really helping her case. But that was a great idea. I bet they won't do it. I bet everything I got they won't do it. If it was an option, I bet they wouldn't do it, because
of course they ain't stupid.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny with a lot of I see with women who talk this kind of game, they talk it in a hypothetical sense. But when it's as soon as and they'll stay goofy once everything is just like high in the sky, it doesn't have to tether to reality, this, that, and the fourth. But when it's something that's actually related to actual consequences, they smart. This camp smartens up real quick. So that's why I don't listen to them on the front end. Just saying. Tyson, I'm a hardcore hoops fan and couldn't name 5 WNBA teams. God damn, I think I can name 5 now.
Give me a chance first. Give me a chance.
Go ahead.
I know the Washington Mystics, Sparks. I know Dallas got a team. I don't know what the name is. That's all I got is 2.
I can go better than that. Okay, so Chicago Sky.
Okay.
Washington Mystics, LA Sparks, Las Vegas Aces, Dallas Wings, Minnesota Lynx. Damn. Now I gotta start thinking. New York Liberty.
Yeah, I didn't know Liberty. Phoenix got a team.
Huh?
Phoenix has a team.
Phoenix. Mercury. That's
Yeah.
Brittney Griner's team. Hey. We should know that one. And I think Tulsa got a team or some shit. Do they? Does Tulsa have a team now?
I don't know.
Damn, I gotta think now.
Tulsa Rain or some shit.
The Tulsa Oklahomas. I'm sorry, guys. I got fun with that one. Man, we 20 deep, man. Y'all hit the like button on this channel, man. I'm glad y'all being receptive to this because we, again, as promised, man. I was gonna be honest on this stream because I'm seeing a lot of people talk about this subject matter, and I see a lot of dishonesty, especially amongst adults. And I had to say something, man. I had to say something.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm back. You said the music's still going, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay, yeah. Because when somebody calls, I've got to put my phone on do not disturb.
Don't
not yet, for real. Dante says, I will say, I never thought UFC women's would be popular. Yeah, I agree with that. And there's little pockets. It's not exclusive saying like nobody wants to see women do sports. There's some arenas where women's sports does well.
Right.
Soccer being another one. You said what? Track, soccer, tennis at certain times, depending on who's good at the time. So yeah, I'm not just disputing that that's the case, but by and large, goddamn it, women's sports, y'all be taking them L's, man.
Yeah, I think it's the ones when you have. Well, no, track. I mean, it's you got men right there too, but I think that it's exciting to see. Well, for me, it's exciting for me to see people that can do what I can't do. I've never been the fastest person. I've been fast, but I've never been the fastest person. And to see women run at a speed like that, it's like anybody run at a speed like it's like wow, you want to watch it. You know, it's interesting. Tennis is 1-on-1. You know, so you like to see people, you know, handle things 1-on-1. I don't know if I've ever seen a boxing match between women, a whole boxing match, but depending on who it was, I probably would watch that. I don't like baseball. I don't like watching men baseball if I'm not there, you know, so softball, I'm definitely not watching that shit. Volleyball in person is good. I wouldn't watch it on TV. But basketball, I messed up and got to ESPN 14 one of the other days, and I was like, oh shit, no. I was like, let me go outside or something. Let me do something productive with my day. But that's not slander towards them, you know, because they worked hard to get to where they are, and I appreciate that. I know how it is to, you know what I'm saying, try to make a team, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them for that. It's just, I think that they should focus more on what they're doing versus who's consuming it.
See, here's a problem though.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we got to put all these qualifiers when we're just assessing a sport is the whole problem why it sucks. It just sucks. Because we don't say the NBA, well, the guys work real hard to get out there, and it's, it's just, it's a good sport for what it is. No, it's either it's a good sport or it stinks. It's supposed to be, again, one thing I learned about LeVar Ball treats everybody equal. Remember when he got in that situation when he cussed that referee out, that female referee, a misogynist? Mm-hmm. And LeVar was saying at the time, I treat everybody the same. Doesn't this society say men and women the same?
Yeah.
So what is wrong with just calling shit how you see it? And and if you guys don't, been following my channel for an amount of time, I got a chance to actually hang with LeVar Ball. And it's the same shit. He treat everything on his own merit. Like if it ain't good, he gonna say it ain't good. He don't care what race, what creed, what sex you are. If it ain't good, it ain't good. Mm-hmm. That's what he gonna say. So when do we get away from just calling shit what it is? It sucks.
Yeah.
You don't have to give them buffers like, oh well, they work hard. They go, man. The motherfucker who work at the gas station work hard. We ain't gonna say it's a great career, right?
Yeah.
They come open the store, got to deal with all these unruly people that come in and these weirdos that come in. I'm sure it's a hard job in its own respect. But we're not going to say, oh man, I'm going to grow up and be a gas station attendant. No. I'm sorry, y'all. I told you I'm going to come honest on this stream today. I'm fed up, man.
You're right. And you're right. We did have to do the qualifiers. What Justin said, he said, when WNBA, wait, it was one before that. Did he?
Okay. Go to the one thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And folks that watched Kobe's daughter said she had that killing instinct like him. Would have been good marketing for the WNBA. Mama Secret. Absolutely. You can see when he training her. I mean, you get trained by Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Every day in your own gym, you gonna have that. You're his direct seat. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna have a lot of him in you. And he got other daughters. They didn't take
it like that.
Yeah. But she did, and she. It's that really that was hard for me, like that, just to see him and then him and his daughter at the same time, and me having a daughter and just having kids in general, like that's like a worst nightmare type shit. And I know that he didn't suffer because on Impact, he probably was knocked out and then he just died. He didn't have to suffer, but damn, just the thought going down with your daughter and there's nothing you could do, that's hell for me, so I really feel for them. And that baby, like Kobe, he could have died right then and his legacy is sealed, but she was on the way up, you know what I'm saying, and had the world in front of her, and it seems so unfair. So that shit, I don't cry a lot when people die, but that shit, okay, man,
it got me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know you don't cry a lot, so it's true.
Yeah.
But you go to his next comment.
All right, yeah. So Justin also says, when the WNBA, I'm gonna get to y'all's comments, man. Appreciate y'all coming in strong, man. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, man. I'm trying to drop that. When you start talking next, I'm gonna try to put the Wise Guys link in here so y'all can follow us on our. And this is kind of, and the reason why I dual casted this one because these lanes pretty much intersect, where we got the manly talk and we got the sports talk all commingling together. So I'm appreciating that y'all appreciate this because I think these it's much needed to talk about this on this level, especially when we talking amongst other men. Oh, well, you jumped the line, Terrence Forrest Jr., man. Super chats always get priority over here, man. So y'all like what's going on over here. Drop a little something in the collection plate down on it. Just a little something. Oh man, I gotta bring my boy Dollar Bill back, man. Show love. This is what you get. Money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. TFJ, the building says, I supported women's basketball because my sister played. I want the WNBA to succeed. But poor planning and lack of female support, the league is falling flat and is on life support for 25 years. Gospel Tabernacle. And again, guys, when y'all donate to this channel, it does help me get other stuff for this channel. So one thing I got is a soundboard, and I'm going to have this soundboard. In the next few months, I'm going to have this bad boy rocking, man. So I'm going to have my stuff rocking. So y'all's proceeds do go back into the channel. I got to let y'all know. And thank you so much, TFJ, for that. Yeah, I mean, and we kind of encapsulated that earlier, but you want to talk on that, Sam?
No, he said it perfectly. I mean, I said the same thing. Like I support women's basketball because my wife played, my stepdaughter plays. My youngest daughter, she did YMCA, but she's not playing basketball. But
I don't think that's gonna be her lane.
Nah, she too dainty and prissy for that, and I appreciate that. You can say that, but yeah, poor planning and lack of female support. Like they don't need us to support their league. If the women just showed up, they outnumber us. You know what I'm saying? Like they outnumber us. If they showed up to the games, they would have a successful fucking league. Like he's saying,
2 million more women in this country, ladies and gentlemen, than men. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you can't be mad at us because your product is failing when it's y'all that's not supporting y'all. Go to a football game. I bet you're gonna see the men there in droves. They coming in droves. They gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a question about it. So y'all gotta look within if y'all want that to work. Because if my wife wants to go to a WNBA game, I'm gonna have to go with her. I'm gonna go. So if y'all want us there, start with y'all first and then branch out. But y'all can't get mad at us and try to get LeBron James paid when y'all not turning a profit. Like the NBA is multi-billion dollar company. Yeah. And they can pay them Steph and them $60 million a year, $50 million a year, LeBron $50 million a year. Jordan never got that. I think the highest he got was like $33 million or something like that. And that was extremely high back then.
But when you fix it towards inflation, it still got paid a lot. But yeah, I get your point.
Yeah. But they built this up since 75 years now? It's 75 years? This is 76 season? Yeah. 75 years. Y'all been here since what? 2000, what is 98? When they start? 98?
So 25 years back from now, that puts it like 97?
Yeah.
Something to that effect, yeah.
Y'all been here since 97. My youngest sister is older than that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got some work to do. Y'all have the game. Y'all have the game. Y'all have the skill because there's a lot of skilled women. Y'all look really good. But y'all got to do the marketing part. Y'all have to have something that y'all have to have the attractions. And I would say that Brittney Griner, for what this is, she is a big attraction. She's a big girl that can play, that dunks. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that. We don't want to see y'all. Well, I won't say what we don't want to see. We want to see dunks. That's interesting to see a girl go in there, a woman go in there, and just smash it. Yeah, I come to the game for that. So, yeah, that's all I got on this.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, man. And I'm all about, man, if you got a certain lifestyle, live your life, man. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do. It's your personal business, bedroom business, whatever. The WNBA is just so heavy with the letter community, man. It's just so heavy. And I got to say, that does put people off who aren't into that. And I think the WNBA just stopped focusing so much on that because obviously it's not getting you viewership. And just focus on these are women playing basketball, not women with this agenda. That will yield better results for the league. Because I think the WNBA thinks that, well, there's two ways to think about it. A, the NBA is using that to promote that via the WNBA, or B, the WNBA thinks that's the target audience, so they're most focusing on that audience. But I think 25 years of evidence shows that that's not working. So since it's not working, won't you focus on just what it is, women playing basketball, and leave it at that. So I think that may be some of the reason why it's not working. So I dropped that link to our actual men's page, which is the Wise Guy. So if you guys what's up? Ian Kidd say this bro have a channel. Yeah, man. So hit that stream, and me and him are on there. So this one was just us doing, talking manifest stuff, men improvement, yada yada yada, just replying to certain things in the media. So y'all hit that up.
Appreciate it.
Detroit, the Detroit Shock, actually. Yeah, they do still have a team. Let's see. You ever watched Muhammad Ali's daughter box? No. But I do remember when she was boxing, it was a big deal. So Layla, that is. I never watched her boxing. I just wasn't interested. But I remember when it was kind of a big deal, like early 2000s, I want to say. Did you get a chance to watch Layla box?
No, but I would have if, if it was free. I wouldn't pay no pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Favorite you to see it.
Table discussion.
Mm-hmm. That's that girl that got the braids, and I think I've seen like clips of her on ESPN and stuff. And that's what we're talking about. And yeah, she is a beast, and we support that. I mean, what do you say? Let me finish this up. But yeah, they're really good. Go ahead. What you say?
I just be highlighting comments sometimes. You can get distracted.
I do. I see. I'm like a kid in candy store. Like, but yeah, no. We support a good product. That's what it is. Like if somebody's just really cold, a woman or man, if you're really good with your hands, we're gonna want to see you box. If you're really fast, we're gonna want to see you run. You know what I'm saying? If you're really good at basketball, we're gonna want to see you play. It's some women that I know personally, well, I don't even know if they still in WNBA now, but they played for Toyelle at Baylor.
Yeah.
And they was in there, so I had a vested interest in watching their games. You know what I'm saying? But again, if I didn't know them, I wouldn't want to see it because it's nothing drawing me to. It's nothing attracting me to their game, you know. And I hate that that's the case, but it's just the reality of it. And I think that they can change that reality if they change their stance and their position on and their sense of entitlement. Just because you play basketball don't mean people have to watch you play basketball. Like you can go in the gym and have no fans and you still doing your job. You know what I'm saying? Like your job is to play basketball and win games. Like that's your job. So everything else is extra and you got to earn extra. And I think that they don't feel like they have to earn extra. It should be given. And that's what burns a lot of men up, a lot of people in general. It's just, y'all think it's supposed to be given to you. It wasn't given to the NBA. You had to have Magic and Bird, two big-ass people that could play basketball really well with two good-ass teams that would clash in different coasts, well, different sides in the finals every damn year. You know what I'm saying? To bring it up. And then you were fortunate enough to have Jordan come right after that. And then, you know what I'm saying? And so forth and so on. So it wasn't just given to the NBA. Like, it's not going to be given to you. So you really have to go work, do that marketing work. You had Kobe, that was really good. Y'all need to get somebody else to advocate for y'all. Like, y'all have to get somebody on the WNBA bus that's saying this product could be as good as the NBA, and we believe them because we don't believe y'all. And that's what it is. Just to be Cliff Franks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a good comment, ACCU dog. Yeah, Bill Burr did go. He dressed down the WNBA real well. If y'all don't get a chance, y'all YouTube it on your own time. Hit up Bill Burr WNBA. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's like nobody wants to say the obvious with the WNBA, and I say the obvious. I don't care. That's fine. I'm sure I won't lose viewership over giving an honest critique about the WNBA, which is obviously a failing product. Big Liz, why you had to call it that, man?
Big Liz.
Man, y'all ain't shit, man. Let's say Big Liz Cambage, she makes more off OnlyFans than WNBA. She probably doesn't care. No, she don't care. She sucks too. Like, so she's actually a horrible person, man. Like, I dressed her down last week. And I'm not saying she's horrible just off of, me being mean. But her fellow players don't like her. Her teammates don't like her. She's a horrible person, man. She's a complainer. She's a whiner. She's 6'8", and she's just that's a massive woman right there. And if you want to go trick off on OnlyFans, by all means, man. That gets you going. And do you, my guy? So let's see. Sir Ty says, "What's sad? The WNBA What's sad is the WNBA, in my opinion, marketing is horrible. You're telling me with the NBA subsidize them, they can't reach out to some dumb celebrity to help promote their league." Well, Tice, I've seen them do that, bro. I've seen them use celebrities and NBA players. It's just, people ain't stupid. They know it's not a good product, man. Like, I've seen, because they do those little dual casts when they get like NBA players and say like what their favorite WNBA thing is and what have you, and they run those doing NBA games. People ain't stupid, man. Like you can run that game all you want to, but at the end of the day, when you turn on and watch it, you're like, all right, yeah, no. So, marketing can only do so much, man. You gotta have a product, man. Or You got to have loyal fans who are just going to watch it regardless because they support what the girls are doing. That's what women need to be doing. Again, in this country, there are 2 million more women than men. There should be no problem patronizing WNBA games. Problem is, y'all just talking. Y'all doing this. Y'all not doing this for the WNBA. And it shows. And it's shown for a quarter of a decade. I'm sorry, that's enough information for me to form an opinion. Then after the Olympics, okay. You just subbed to the other channel. Appreciate you. They moved to Seattle. Oh, the Detroit Shock? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you're a Detroit guy. So that makes sense. Justin says, I'll say this. When Seattle Storm was at its peak, Sue Bird was must-see TV, flashy guard. Yeah, yes, Sue Bird was hooping. She was hooping. No question about that. Must-see TV. I don't know about all that, but it was definitely good basketball. Yeah, the ratings won't agree with must-see TV, but I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to demean your point. I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, I think we crystallized as well, man. I got work to do, man. Anything you want to impart upon the listeners before we leave, man?
Nah, we appreciate y'all time, and if you haven't done so, I know y'all already subscribed to Hoop Jargon, but subscribe to our Wise Guys channel because we do the same thing there. Different topics, not so much sports related, but when it is, we can cross it like this. But over there, it's just how to be a better man, how to be a better person, stop being weak. And so if y'all want to subscribe to something like that, please go and hit that link and put it in there. If not, it's the Wise Guys channel. Right?
Yeah, so I just dropped the link in the chat. So
we appreciate y'all.
It is right there.
Yeah, this was fun. I don't have that much. I haven't experienced that much activity, and seeing money come up for shit. So I'm like, the hell? $10. I did that like 8 times. I'm a money guy, so I count. I'm like, damn. I was just talking about this. I need to make this a career. But anyway.
Welcome to the land of being monetized, sir.
You're right. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all for the motivation to get our subscribers up, and tuning in and chatting with us and actually commenting, that makes it fun. It makes the time go by quick. We've been here for almost an hour and a half, and it don't even feel like it. So, appreciate y'all, and I hope to see y'all on the other channel as well.
Absolutely, man. See y'all this side, man. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out. Showing Sammy how it can go on this side of the world, man. Thank y'all, man. And till next time, we're going to go to LeVar and we out. Peace.
Shout out to Hoop Jargon, man. I'm going to add you to the crew, man. This crew called Hoop Jargon. They've been getting at it, man. They the ones that's going to grill you, man, because they majority are all Houston people. So that's
shout out to Hoop Jargon.
Man, I'm here with my man with Hoop Jargon, the best in the game, man. And I only let selected few in my circle. And this is the real dude right here. We gonna get down with the get down.